What's up, everybody? I am Yan. Thank you for being here. Today we're listening to a comeback, I think with 17 million views as of right now. Not surprised either because they have been popular since the beginning and they're just showing us lots of different things. And I personally think that they're very creative and also very challenging choreography-wise. The group I'm talking about is ITZY. So I listened to a few songs by ITZY and learned a few chorus parts, and they were a bit challenging for me, but I know that they always work hard and almost like hurt themselves every time they perform because of the difficulty. I hope there are some easier dances or dances that are less straining for the body, so then they can also, rest up and recover from the previous promotion. But anyways, the name of the song we're listening to is LOCO. So LOCO, I hear that from time to time, but I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean like crazy in a different language or silly? I don't know, but let's check out their newest song right now. Okay, it looks like someone is gaming. I don't know all of the members' names yet, even though they're only a few members compared to other groups, but I will get there. We see one member racing. This is like a pretty fancy area. There's this weird artwork and also an hourglass. Those are usually like themes going on in MVs, but we'll check it out a little bit more soon. Very cozy as well. Alright, let's enjoy ITZY's LOCO.
LOCO. 미친단 말이 이해가 안 될까? Oh gosh, 이건 달콤한 똑같아. 출구 없는 방 안에 사방이 너란 거울이야. 굳이 쉽게 말하자면 I feel like I was born to love ya. Oh, 시스템은 kitty. 난 네 주위를 맴돌지. 콩깍지 가버리는 두 눈은 yellow. 켜져 네 손으로 불 꺼진 내 시스템. Want you so bad. 너를 갖고 싶어졌어. 나 이제 이미 난 fine. 끝까지 가볼래. 넌 날 반쯤 미치게 만들어. You got me like crazy love. 대체 네가 뭔데? 미쳐 날려 기분이 up and down. You got me like crazy love. 나도 내가 out of control. I'm getting loco. I'm getting loco. 내게 대체 넌 뭘 원해? 미친 이 맘은 다 갖다 퍼줘도 I'm okay. 하루는 천국을 갔다 왔다가도 나라 끝까지 날 밀어버려. So dangerous, so dangerous. 날 더 망가뜨려도 널 믿을 수밖에 없게 해줘. Oh, 시스 찾은 kitty. 난 네 옆자리를 넘봤지. Freaked out we 잊었어. 끝까지 가볼래. 넌 날 반쯤 미치게 만들어. You got me like crazy love. 대체 네가 뭔데? 미쳐 날려 기분이 up and down. You got me like crazy love. 나도 내가 out of control.
Okay, that was really wacky and crazy. Lots of things to look for, sure. Definitely local, but in a more positive way, right? Maybe the song is like I'm crazy in love with you, but this like MV definitely just had a bunch of things to look at. So let's look at a few together from the beginning. So we saw someone gaming, and then we transitioned through this phone right here, and then we see some of the members of, not all of them, but in this scene we just see Yeji, and we see the themes of like colors popping, very unique, bright, and very glittery as well. Like anything you can think of, they combined it together in this MV. I really like her, Ruji. She has a great rapping voice, and I just really like her facial expressions as well as her dancing. But she seems to own like a massive tank in this area. Her face was very glittery as well. And we have another member. I will get to know you all. I think I only remember two at the moment, so sorry. But she is in this like, at first I thought it was like a bathtub with a huge bunny, but it seemed more like a prison cell instead. But we see, markings counting off the days perhaps, and this bunny looks like it like passed out, but it has a big heart and it's just huge compared to her. And a lot of their shoes and outfits gave me kind of like a Harajuku vibe. Maybe the colors too of like J-pop and Harajuku, just lots of things to look at, and it's just like a very unique style. And so she is in this prison. Maybe she's crazy, right? Don't mess with her. She's crazy. Warning. There's a heart sign, so maybe like a broken relationship, or just love you so much that if I escape, I will be crazy for you. Maybe. And then we see Yeji. Sorry. She had like this huge cat room, and she was acting like a cat herself, right? And I remember reading some parts where people like her eyes because they kind of resemble like a cat. So I was like, oh, when will that ever show up? That theme. Here we are. And so she has this huge playroom all to herself, and look at her hair and the bling it has. It looks like, cat ears, right? So lots of creative small details that we find for each member. And we see them dancing together. The outfits though when they dance together ain't my favorite, to be honest. I don't know, maybe too much. I am loving the hair though for all of them, but sometimes the fluffiness and accessories are a little too much for me. And I know some other people are saying, their fashion is like meh, but again, it's kind of like turning into an ITZY style, right? It has their own unique flavor to it, and even though I might not be a huge fan of it, when I look at it, I would say, it looks like it's ITZY style. So I'm glad that's, maybe, I don't know what's going to happen to the trend, but it's ITZY. And we see another area, definitely CG effects, but like they're blocking this huge area, right? The cars are trying to get through, crazy in love, or maybe they are all crazy in love with ITZY and they're trying to get through, but ITZY is like, nah, like you are going too crazy. Let me like take a step back, right? The choreo that I did mention, it did look complicated. It required a lot of flexibility, like members leaning upon each other, and then like some of the members, which we'll see later, they push their neck up and barely touching, certain parts like shoulder and chest, and leaning them back. It looks very delicate, but also a little like mischief. Is that the word? I'll leave it at that. But it's just a lot of these small details, a lot of head flinging for sure, and a lot of waist movements as well. I am not going to try this. It looks a little too difficult for me. I mean, like, look at their hips. Like, I can't even do that. So I will let ITZY keep dancing for me. And then we see another member here shopping, but we see behind her is a huge ball of like clothing, other colors but white. So there's this huge contrast going on as well. And it seems like a very fancy area to go shopping. And she changed outfits to something a little more sporty, a little more casual. And I just missed this transition right here, but where she fired and then moved to this part, I was like, that was pretty sick. I loved it. It looked very natural. And then they kept dancing more and more. We also see this setting, which was very interesting, a little bit like AI, VR feel. Maybe they're looking into their brains from time to time, right? But they are constantly monitoring these gals when they're in that area. So just lots of things to look at, like I said. Another set of outfits for being outside with the billboard, and they're dancing on it. And we also have the main dancer. What does it say? Getting local. So they all have just different settings for their personal like storyline, and then they get together to dance in various places, right? Touching carefully. And then I really liked how there's like a bit of a cat vibe to it. So cats are sly, sneaky, but also kind of feminine and maybe kind of a trickster at times, right? We don't know what the cats think from time to time, so maybe they're portraying that in the storyline too. But I thought this was really cool. I know it's most likely CG effects, but I just thought, dancing here, standing out, with just tall buildings in the back just made it, really cool. And they're dancing again. A lot of, I noticed, squat movements too. So this is like a all-rounder workout. If you need to work out, do this dance carefully and you'll work out all parts of your body. And then we see them dancing in more like neon light colors. And then, there was that dance break where there was a lot of water too. I don't know if I can show that part. It was here. And then they kind of get ready for this like show that's happening, right? They're setting it up. But then I noticed this like a second. I don't know if I can catch it. Maybe I have to play a little bit to see if I can. Hold on. They're getting ready for a show. Yeah, right here. So it looks like they're being filmed. In some ways, it looks like they're in an asylum because they're crazy, so to speak. But it's also like a stage performance. So viewers, tell me what you think right here. I feel like they're being watched because they're crazy, you know what I mean? But after the split second, we see them like performing like it's a concert, So I was a little confused with that. And yeah, I mean, they didn't look insane crazy, how some acting, they'll be like, really, really insane with the crazy facial expressions. For them, they just look beautiful. But their choreography is very complicated and it shows wackiness and craziness. But yeah, that part was confusing for me. But I think always having their crowns back is like very iconic for them now, because from the beginning ITZY had crowns, and then in a lot of the MVs and performances they also incorporated the crowns, so I just really like that. So yeah, tell me what you thought. Did you enjoy the song? Did you think it was too crazy? Did you have favorite like styles or settings that they had? Who was that mysterious person who was monitoring them while they were performing here? Please share it out. So yeah, thank you for watching this with me. Support ITZY and enjoy LOCO many more times, and maybe you'll be LOCO too. LOCO for this song. Crazy for this song. Alright, thank you. Goodbye. Mine does not look like a crown.